Whitey Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's hashtag anime nerdigan review is going to be for Tsugumomo Season 1, Episode 5, Title Training. Now, before we get to the review, there's a couple things. One, next week, the review might be a little late because I'm going to be at my uncle's wedding, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be doing there. I might be drunk as a motherfucker. You might get a drunk review next week, for all I know. I'm just giving you the heads up now. Yeah, I'll be at my uncle's wedding next week in Jersey, so that's why the review might be late. And if it's late, if it's really late, I upload it like at 2 in the morning, I might be really drunk. So I'm just giving you the heads up now. Also, I gotta cover how I do my videos briefly because they're a little bit different than the average anime tubers. So basically, what I do is when I watch the actual anime episode, I have the corresponding manga chapter in front of me because this is supposed to be a manga to anime adaptation. I expect it to be such. And if it's not matching panel for panel, frame for frame, whatever, I'm going to call that shit out. And the bar is raised for you, Tsugumomo, especially after last week. You did a lot better last week. And also, the animes I've been watching this week have been actually really, really good. So the bar has been raised for you, Tsugumomo, so I might be a little bit anal. I'll call out just about anything. Something that I'm really critical about in this anime is our facial expressions, because this is a comedic manga / anime. So if the facial expressions aren't there, I'm gonna be pissed. And the only thing I won't call out too much, unless, like, everything else is really perfect and I have nothing to criticize, really, like I did in my Attack on Titan and my My Hero Academia videos, are word changes. So, with word changes, unless there's really nothing else to criticize in the episode and I'm actually enjoying it, I won't really call them out unless if the context of the dialogue in the anime is completely different from what the manga intended, or if just the script is just really fucked up like it was in Attack on Titan this week. Oh, what the fuck's going on there? Anyway, let's get to this review. So, the chapter that is being adapted at the start of this episode is chapter 10, but the first part of the chapter was skipped. The first page of the chapter was skipped, and this is like, this was supposed to be shown in the previous episode, and we got that filler instead, but this still was supposed to be shown. Hey, why art thou all worn out, disgraceful? Anyone would be exhausted if they were suddenly subjected to such grueling training. That will never be any good as an exorcist with that whiny attitude. So as long as thou wilt not take it seriously, and then we get the nut stop. But it skips that, and it just goes straight into the chapter. And, where was the thing I had a problem with? Oh, so something that Tsugumomo has a problem with is with the name attacks. I don't know why. It's supposed to be Obi Choke, not Obi Torture, Obi Choke. And it's just like, meh. And the thing is that what Kiriha was supposed to say, instead of, like, project herself, this is what it was supposed to be, was indeed, ever since the fight with Kukuri, I haven't been able to use my secondary layers. That's what it should have been. She can use her primary layers. She can't use her secondary and her other layers. So yeah, but I will say that it is matching panel for panel, especially like when it's showing like the hair demon or the apparition like the book monster. That was there, and it was really, really nice. And then we get to the next scene where they're at the park, and the positioning of Kiriha is perfect. Like, even the angle of going in is perfect. It might be a little too far in the shot. It should have been a little bit closer before the extreme close-up, but it's really good. I'm not gonna lie. The line was supposed to, they made it a statement instead of a question. I like that we got a little bit of extra dialogue to boot, but it was supposed to be a question. It was supposed to be, now, I'm so sad that there's no Shakespearean English right now. Duh. If there could be French in Buso Shoujo capitalism, why can't there be Shakespearean English in Tsukumomo? I don't understand. But this is what it was supposed to be. Now, wilt thou show me again what thou canst do? Yeah. Not like, just show me what you got. Not that bullshit. But I love that the shield weave looked so pathetic. It was so nice. It was so fucking perfect. It was supposed to be pathetic. Yes, it was. Nerdy kids, for the record, it was supposed to be pathetic. Is this just fuck up dialogue week? Like, what the hell? So this is what the dialogue was supposed to be. Like, if you didn't do the Shakespearean English, fine, but don't, like, just murder this dialogue. This is fucking bullshit. But and yes, I am being picky on the dialogue because it is matching frame for the, like, everything else is really perfect. Like, it's matching really well. It's just the fucking dialogue just sucks. This is what it was supposed to be. If thou cannot use the secondary layers, then shield weave, feather weave, all the weave techniques are useless. Yeah, that was completely not mentioned at all. It just went to mainly this part of the dialogue here. Furthermore, if thou cannot properly project thy will to the one primary layer, obi, then spiral weave, obi choke, obi drop, and obi jab are also useless. They didn't even mention the techniques in the anime. But this part was, she said, how didst thou wield it so well at the temple? But that was pretty, she said that with Kakuri, but I love how it's so perfect, the positioning and everything, the angle. We're getting good stuff here right now. Tsugumomo, you and Attack on Titan both have the same problem. Your script writers need to fix the dialogue. They need to fix the writing. Otherwise, like, this episode, if it wasn't for the writing being all fucked up, this episode would be so freaking perfect right now. It just would. There is one problem, though. When she's sitting on Kazuya, she's supposed to be sitting both legs, she's supposed to be sitting Indian style, not one leg down like it is in this anime. That is incorrect. I want to make sure. So, you're just about perfect. Like, is it hard to draw someone sitting cross-legged on someone else's ass? Like, seriously. Like, they're doing all the comedic stuff right too. Like, when she punched him in the nuts, like, the elephant popped out and his tongue turned into an elephant. That was so fucking perfect. Oh my god, that was nice. But when Kiriha was talking about, like, the Tsukumogami being the human form, and you know, dost thou know why Tsugumomo take on human form? They were supposed to be like an image of the Obi turning into Kiriha, and it was a really funny ass image. And I wish it would have been there. It would have made the scene even better. But again, the dialogue got really messed up. It was supposed to be wrong. Think harder than try again. Think harder than try again got skipped. But the rest of it was there for that portion. Also, you had Kiriha facing Kazuya when he was in fetal position after getting hit in the nuts. But she was supposed to be facing away from him with the pissed off look on her face, with the resting bitch face kind of thing. I don't know why that was fucked up. Like, you've been doing so well, Tsugumomo. I don't get it. Why are you screwing this up now? So when first of all, when Kiriha says indeed a Tsukumogami, when we take on human form, we're exactly like them. We're supposed to be the camera should have been behind Kazuya and facing Kiriha's face. Also, when they were doing when she was doing the explanation about how Tsukumogami, human forms have skin, muscles, bones, and organs. It was supposed to be adult Kiriha, not little Kiriha. That was kind of wrong. And then when hold on, let me just double check my notes and see if I'm right on this one. Okay, and then when we get to the part about the Obi limits. That's what when Kazuya asked that. The Obi's supposed to be in motion, and it's not. And the answer that she's supposed to say was, well, I can't remember ever coming to the brink of death. And I guess that could be the same as testing that limits. Not really testing the limits, but so I can't say for sure. That's where I kind of have a problem with the wording a little bit, because it's like, it's kind of right, but at the same time, it's not. It's annoying. But I will say, I did like the rest of the explanation, like, before that part, of how, like, if the Tsugumomo gets killed in human form or in Obi form, then that they die. I really liked the animation for that. That was really cool, because that was not in the manga at all. Right after the cut, what she was supposed to be although if I were cut into tiny pieces or turned into ash, I'd be finished. That was supposed to be there, and I think that was just moved into the rest of the explanation, and I'm totally fine with that. And the scene that really made me laugh was this part when Kiriha says, "Can't handle this form either." I wish the lollipop would have been there. That would have been laugh. I love it. That's when I'm like, yay, we have comedy. We have comedy. Well, she says, I see you like this form in the anime. I wish she would have said can't handle this form like it was in the manga. But also something that Kazuya said was she said in the anime it was a physiological reaction. In the manga, he says it's a physical reaction. So I just wanted to point out that little wording difference there and see what you nerdigans thought about that. If I just am kind of like, huh? I know it's the same thing, or it's almost whatever. It's just it's just a little more sophisticated of a word. And then this part was completely skipped, which was, okay, next, does that understand why I've become shrunk into this form? Because you use too much power. Correct. Oh, rub. That part was skipped! And they skipped Kariha, like, swimming in the bath, even though we did see that, we saw this particular panel last episode, so I'm not going to give... I will cut you a little bit of slack, anime, for not having this scene, because you had it last episode, where Kariha's swimming, and she says, this tub is so spacious, and Kazuya says, don't swim in the bath. Also, when, initially when, you know, Kariha's laying on top of, Kazuya in the bath, Kazuya is supposed to have a washcloth on top of his head for, like, a little bit, and then then he takes it off or something. But I just wanted to let you know that was missing, too. Okay, I really want to smack the writers, because they kind of screwed this up a little bit for Kakuri's reasons. It's a little bit, the dialogue is a little bit different in the manga, and I didn't feel like it was explained well. I feel like I need to read it. So this is what it is. The reasons for it are different, but Kakuri's child form is also proof of her waning power. Like, if they would have had the reasons for it are different in there, I would have accepted the rest of the dialogue that was given. And then this part was completely skipped, was when Kazuya said, wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm your master now, aren't I? Aren't you supposed to return to normal now? Yeah, I thought I would too. It'll probably happen gradually. This is the first time though, so I'm not positive. Okay, and then we go to, okay, next is. Okay, first of all, you took some of the comedy out, damn it. Kariha was supposed to, like, become, like, overheated, and Kariha is supposed to be on the bed, and she's supposed to say, I still haven't explained, then that she's supposed to say the dialogue, I still haven't explained a lot of things about myself. For now, though, we will do, OB training as soon as we can. Okay. And then, meanwhile, now we're back to the temple. Now we get to the temple, so, aka, meanwhile, at Hakusan Temple. This part of Kokuyu's dialogue was skipped, which was also, there aren't many who know about this temple. That kind of is important. Not that many people know about the temple. Maybe that's why they haven't been getting donations, but Kakuri's face is so fucking adorable when she's crying. She's like, because the repair people are like, without money, we can't make the repairs, and she's like crying, and it's so cute. Oh my god, the facial expressions for Kakuri are just amazing. This part was completely skipped, which was, like, and I really was hoping that we were gonna at least see, like, an image of Kaneyama-sama, because Kaneyama is so... something I hope is that they do not cut the scenes out of Kaneyama, because I am going to be so pissed if they do, because I love Kaneyama-sama, even though she's a fucking pervert. She's like one of the biggest perverts in this fucking series. But this is what was skipped. We'll have to do what we did before, borrow from Kaneyama-san, but we haven't returned what we borrowed last time. This part was there. For now, I guess we'll have to just put up with the way things are. Was there. This will be a hard summer was skipped. But this scene was really, except for those little parts, it was done pretty well. I will give you that, Tsugumomo anime. Just, I wish you would have mentioned Kaneyama-san, because she's gonna come. Kaneyama-san is coming soon. Oh, I'm so excited. And when Kariha showed Kazuya how to do the weave, Kazuya was supposed to be sitting up. He wasn't supposed to be laying down. He was knocked out. He was hit, but he was supposed to be sitting right back up. And this part was skipped. Now, one more time, Kay. Wow, the rain sure got heavy, didn't it? There's a big storm coming in. That was skipped. Yeah, that kind of was supposed to foreshadow what's to come. Now, one more time, and Kay was skipped from the Kiriha and Kokuyu little dialogue, but this is just so cute. Like I'm really actually minus the dialogue being skipped, and also the wording here she said Kokuyu said this would probably not pass muster. No, it was this probably would not pass inspection. That's kind of important. There's inspections. Yes, there are inspections. But yeah. First of all, Kariha said when she said she won Jenga, she was supposed to be sitting. And then it was supposed to go, you can only use one hand in Jenga. Foul, foul. Well, what does that mean? I only used one hand. Thou art shaking the table too much. Stop telling lies. I'm not telling lies. Ah, geez, Kariha-san, you spilled the juice. I didn't do anything. But I love the faces that freaking not Korea. The Kokiri's making right now. It's just so fucking adorable. And like Kokuyu just still has the same stoic face, and I love that the anime did that. It's just so freaking perfect. What an unpleasant smile was skipped, but oh my god, the smile! You finally got the evil smile down, Tsugumomo anime. It has taken like 5 episodes for you to do it, but I finally get to see my evil smile. I'm so happy. But also we didn't get to see the water like totally gushing down on Kakuri as well, which kind of bothered me. And then the end of chapter 10 was like basically skipped. We just basically went straight to chapter 11, and we didn't get to see the amazing laugh that Korea does. And because they're living in a playground right now, and Korea's laughing, and she's saying, "This suits you well, pretty well, Kakuri." Just shut up. This is your fault. It's all your fault. But I will say, for the most part, like chapter 10 was okay. It could have been the wording could have been a lot better, and less things could have been. I wish not all the stuff was skipped, but it was good for what it was. I will give you that, Tsugumomo. But you got the distance wrong. It's supposed to be half K, 1 Zhao, 1 Shaku. Not just 1 Zhao and 1 Shaku. Shit. Also, when the temple fell apart, Kakuri was supposed to be like bawling. The eyes were right, were somewhat right, but like at least they were blank white eyes. But she wasn't crying, and her face wasn't like all stretched out. Like that kind of bothered me a little bit. See what I mean? Tsugumomo has problems with facial expressions. The line was not supposed to be too close. It was supposed to be, thou art way off, thou fool, or you are way off, you fool. It just felt like saying the Shakespearean English in the dialogue. It's like, stop it. They were supposed to be having a picnic when, and this part was skipped too. Where is it? Right here. Oh, this part was completely skipped. I made a box lunch and brought it with me. Whoa, Chisato, pudding. Is there pudding? Of course there is. And what are you guys doing? How shameless. No one invited you. Don't be so hard on us. We've been keeping to ourselves for 5 days now. Then they were supposed to be eating, well, about the space and shit. But when Kokiri was talking about this, and this was also skipped as well. What are you talking about? I sort of expected the same, but all that was a fluke. I couldn't believe it. Huh? Just double check and make sure the facial expression's right. The facial expression for Kokiri was done right here, but this part, what was it? Kokuyu's dialogue was just fucked up. It just was. It was supposed to be, please calm down, Kakuri-sama. Kiriha will get suspicious. And then Kiriha goes, huh? Of what? You hiding something again? Huh? Not at all. I'm not hiding anything. Uh-oh, it looks like all the pudding is gone. But I haven't even had my pudding yet. That was completely skipped. So instead of putting it at the end of chapter 10, where it was supposed to be, they put it here instead of having our lunch. But this shit was kind of funny. I will say, I don't mind it too much. As long as we have the good Korea laugh, I'm happy with it. The other thing is that they didn't have the kids playing on top of it, which was kind of annoying because that's how it was in the panel. This part was skipped from Kazuya's dialogue. But I'm a guy. Are you gay or something? Gross. But I got a feeling that they didn't do that because they didn't want to piss off the PC band. The explanation was really screwed up. It was this part was completely skipped. Was well, so I sent some other members over to try again. This time they said the room is completely gone. The room is gone? What the? I was shocked too, but doesn't it feel like deja vu? I thought I can rely on you guys for sure, which was, that part was there. Well, you see why when we get there. And that was there as well. Asamu was supposed to say, what an unusual alliance, Kagami-kun and the student council president. Oh, Asamu. That was supposed to be there. And this part of Kazuya's dialogue was cut. It was supposed to be, don't take her literally. She's a relative's kid and precocious, very precocious. It was skipped. But, oh, and then it was supposed to be, what are you doing here anyway, Asamu? The manga club room is here. That's what it was supposed to say. When Asamu was supposed to say the shit about the manga club. It wasn't supposed to be, it's not fair. It's supposed to be, God, it's a repeat of the library incident. That's what it was supposed to be. But that Minotaurus looks really nice. And the facial expressions have been really, really good, I will say that. And this part of the dialogue was skipped. But won't you reconsider if he receives your warm embrace? Drop dead. Why was this part cut? It was supposed to be, haha, you're quartered. Even though I love, this guy is great. This part of the dialogue was skipped. Now that your extinguisher is spent, you have nowhere to run. Now it's about time you gave up and signed, isn't it? That's what it was. The dialogue was supposed to be. We have inner monologue, but it's completely. It got cut. It got cut at I'm the reason the curse is gathering. That up to there, it was in the anime. This part was cut, and I accepted being an exorcist. Still, it could be settled by negotiating, but I can't let him. That was skipped. And also, Tadada at this point was supposed to be like halfway towards the Minotaur, and he's not. He hasn't moved. It's like, what the fuck? Are you too lazy to do that shit, anime? The flare dragon was fucking cool. It was so cool. A couple more. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know why this is doing this. Just hold on a second. Stupid fucking advertisement. There was a couple more things skipped. The sketchbook of Masagi, while Precious was destroyed by its user, was skipped. And also, where was it? I see that's pretty hard to believe, but having seen it myself, I can't deny it. I'm begging you, Asamu, keep this a secret, okay? Alright, but I get 60% of everything. You demon. Yeah, that was skipped. And for the most part, Chapter 11 was adapted pretty nicely. There was some problems, but it was okay. It was okay. This was, I would say in general, this was an okay episode. We got some comedy in here. The dialogue has just got really messed up. It really did. I'm really getting, I hope they don't, but the one thing I really am happy about though, and I will say this about Tsugumomo, is that you're finally doing what I'm asking and not adapting so many fucking chapters at once. You're doing 2 at once, just 2 an episode. If you do 2 an episode, I am fine with that, like at the most. Don't do any more than 2 chapters per episode, please. Otherwise you're getting too ambitious. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this episode in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter, follow my Twitch channel, and friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!